Hello everyone. Today in this video we'll be discussing about producer company, its benefits and registration procedure. Producer company is also known as Farmer Producer Organization and is registered under Companies Act 2013. The first producer company was incorporated in September 2004 and is called Indian Organic Farmers Producer Company Limited. Part 9A enables the incorporation of producer companies as private limited companies and conversion of existing cooperative society into private limited company on optional basis. The conversion of cooperative society into producer company is purely optional. What is the meaning of producer company? A producer company means a company which is run by producers. So the question arises, who are the producers? Producers are the farmers of this country. Since our country is agricultural based country, there are many farmers. Incorporating such a company is known as producer company. What are the objects of producer company? Production, harvesting, procurement, grading, pooling, handling, marketing, selling, export of primary production of the members or import of goods or services for their benefit, provided that the producer company may carry on any activities specified in this clause either by itself or through other institution. Having discussed about the meaning of producer company, we will now come to the pre-incorporation requirement for incorporating a producer company. At least 10 or more producers shall form a producer company. However, there is no ceiling limit on the number of members. Secondly, apart from individual farmers, at least 2 or more producer institutions can form a producer company. And also, a minimum capital of rupees 5 lakh is required to incorporate a producer company. There should be minimum of 5 directors and maximum of 15 in a producer company. It can never be converted into a public company. However, it can be converted into a multi-state cooperative society. Once the above prerequisites are fulfilled, the applicant can move ahead for the incorporation of the producer company. So there are some other requirements. Producer company can raise only equity share capital. There is a confusion that whether producer company is a private company or a public company. Producer company is deemed to be a private limited. It is mandatory to have producer company limited in the name of a producer company. For example, Coconut Producer Company Limited, Madhya Bharat Consortium of Farmers Producer Limited, Vanilla India Producer Company Limited. The provisions which are applicable on private limited company, the same will be applicable in producer company, with an exception that no maximum limit will be applicable to a producer company. There are some additional mandatory requirements for producer company registration. First one is full-time executives. Apart from directors and members, the entity must also have a full-time chief executive officer to overlook the operations of the producer company. Second is minimum amount of board meeting. Annually, the producer company must have at least 4 board meetings. Third one is members have to be individual. All the members of the producer company must be individual person. Next is only a person or a member engaged in activities related to the production of primary produce can participate in the ownership of the company. Then, the liabilities of the producer company members are limited to the amount of their unpaid share only. What is the registration procedure for a producer company? The very first step is to apply for digital signature certificate for the authorized signatory of the proposed entity. Documents required to obtain are DSCR, PAN card of director, Aadhaar card of director, photo, email ID and contact number. Second step is after obtaining the DSC, the next step is to obtain the director identification number by filing form DIR3 along with self-attested ID proof, address proof and a photo. And third step is the name of the production company is to be finalized. For that, form INC1 to the registrar of the companies is to be filed by giving 6 names in order of preference along with the significance of the names. The name shall have word producer company at the end. Fourth step is, so after the name is approved by the ROC, the following documents are to be prepared. First one is the memorandum of association. Next is article of association, then a declaration by a professional has to be drafted in the format of Form INC 8. Then an affidavit has to be signed by all the subscribers of the proposed company declaring their legal competency to act as the subscribers. Then a utility bill and an NOC has to be taken from the owner whose address is to be used as the registered office of the company. Then the directors will give their consent in Act in Form DIR 2 and details in DIR 8. Fifth step is all the drafted documents will be attached to Form INC 7, INC 22 and DIR 12 and uploaded to the ROC website. On proper verification, the ROC will issue a certificate of incorporation and the company can start its business operation. Now we come to what are the benefits of producer company registration. You may be familiar with the scheme provided to FPOs in Atmanirbhar package, where they get credit loan. Under NABARD, they can get loan. The members may be allotted bonus shares. The surplus, if any, remaining after making provisions for the payment of limited return and reserve may be disbursed as patronage bonus amongst the participation in business of producer company, either as cash or by way of allotment of equity shares or both as decided by the members at the general meeting. I'll discuss some of the frequently asked questions. First one is, can producer company provide loan to its members? So the answer is yes, it can provide short term for 6 months without security and for long term for 7 years with securities. The reason of loan should match with the objects of the producer company. Suppose the farmers want to take loan for purchasing tractor, so the farmer can take loan for it. Are there any tax benefits for the producer company? Yes, there are tax benefits for the producer company. Income Tax Act exempts agricultural income, but there is nowhere written in income tax that the income of producer company is exempt from income tax. But if the income of the producer is from agricultural activities, then it is exempt from income tax. So this was all about producer company. For any other query, contact Rajput Jain and Associates. Thank you.